Hey guys, so I thought this would be a cool video to do. So this is going to be looking at like sort of like obviously watching Infinity Avengers Endgame. There is some sort of like stuff, morals and life sort of changing, not life changing, but life inspiration things you can grab from this movie. So I thought I'd share it with you. Obviously this is going to be spoiler. I'm not going to bother putting this in the title because if you've not seen it by now, then you don't really care much about it, about Marvel films or anything like that, because you would have seen it by now. So I'm going to start. So these are going to be like more so not as the whole movie as a whole as such, but more so individual characters. So the first one, which was the most obvious one, which I got from, is Thor. So obviously Thor kind of took the whole situation completely downhill, and you remember that scene where he meets his mother again. At this time, he's still like depressed, you could say. Um, and then at time where he obviously the the his hammer, bear in mind I've seen it a while, but it flies into his hand, and then that's when he realizes that he's still worthy. And I thought that gave a message of a message basically. It's not on the outside that makes you great, it's what's in the inside, what you believe in, and everything else that makes you great. It's not what you look like or anything like that, it is what's inside. So that's what I got from that bit. Iron Man, from Iron Man, I guess, don't let your ego get in the way. So basically, when Iron Man got rescued in space by Captain Marvel, obviously we realised as well Ant-Man is around. He's got this whole plan, and then Iron Man's like, one, it's stupid, it's too risky, you know. He's happy more or less because he's still got his family. He's not really lost anyone really, apart from Peter Parker, which makes him change his mind when he sees a picture of him and Peter Parker, and he decides, because obviously they need his help because it's his basically expertise and everything, and they're obviously trying to do it, and then he decides, he looks at it again and then finds a way on how to do it and decides, you know what, I'm gonna sort of get involved. So basically, from that is like, just because like you're happy and everything like that, if help others as well, that sort of thing. Just don't let your ego actually look at it first before you make a decision. That's what I got from that. For Thanos, I got, don't let an idea turn into insanity. So basically, everyone sometimes has an idea, and then sometimes that idea is great, and then sometimes you go off a tangent, and then you just sort of, and it grows bigger and bigger to the point where your idea becomes stupid. And that is basically Thanos' idea. Thanos' idea was sort of right. Obviously, it was the first Marvel villain character that actually had real depth, and you had some people who felt sorry for him and stuff, but you can understand his plan. Obviously, his plan was to bring like peace and everything like that, but he thought it'd be great to do that by killing half the population, basically send the populations over. There's too many people and stuff like that, and that was a great idea. Whereas if you actually looked at, the idea he had in the first place and not gone into complete madness and insanity, he could have picked a reason to deal with, obviously, resources going low and everything like that, not wiping out half the world or half the planets. But that's that. So always, when your ideas, don't go too mad with them, because the ideas end up turning into complete and utter madness. Um, Next one is Ant-Man. Obviously, Ant-Man, this kind of goes back to obviously Iron Man not obviously believing in this idea, but for Ant-Man, what I got from is that any idea has potential. Basically, don't knock off any idea, even even though it may sound really stupid, or really a dumb name for it as well. Like even parts of the idea Actually, not all of it might be doable, but some parts you could use from it. So basically, any idea has potential. So at any point, obviously, someone, I don't know, at work or in your groups have an idea, don't completely go, that's completely shit. Maybe you can do something with it, or it may sound shit, but actually will end up doing well. You're doing good in the end. You know, it's worth trying things out before completely ruling them out. And the last one is Captain America's You Only Live Once. So technically, he didn't live once, he lived twice, because he went back and, you know, to actually be together with his girlfriend. Um, what I got from this is basically don't take things like you've got, like, remember, obviously, time travel doesn't exist yet. In 2019, it doesn't exist yet. So what I got from this is basically, you know, when you know, take decisions and stuff like that, like really think about it. Is it something that you're gonna regret in the future, or is it something, you know, you're gonna actually like or whatever? That's what I got from that. Basically, is just because as human beings right now we only live once, obviously depending on what belief you are. You won't, but majority of us know that we only live once. So basically, choose your options carefully. If you don't want to pick something and then end up living for the rest of your life in misery, or sort of, or for the rest of your life kind of thinking, oh, what if I took this path? Would my life be any better? Or if I took this, if I took that, you know, that sort of thing. So that is basically it for this video. So bye guys.